Back in 2016, when I decided that I wanted to go to the United States to pursue my education and also get to play Division One tennis, I had no idea how to go about that process, and that's when I met Akshay Maliwal, the CEO of AddedSport, and he really helped me out. We had a conversation. He met my parents. We planned out the whole process. We charted a plan, and it was he made things very easy for me. He explained to me he had a great team going at AddedSport, and they broke down the entire process in bits and pieces, how we're going to pursue everything. And yeah, within a matter of within a span of 2 to 3 months, starting in March, I was able to get into a bunch of schools, and my coach communication was with a lot of schools. I had a lot of offers at the end of the on the table. And at the end, I did decide on going to Wagner College because it worked out for my particular preferences and aspirations. And it was all thanks to Akshay and his team at AddedSport. I have nothing but good things to say about my experience at Wagner College, and the fact that I immersed myself into the experience of being a Division One athlete. A few transferable skills that I learned that I'm putting into my workspace now is definitely time management, because being a student athlete it takes a lot out of you, because it's not just the academic commitments that you have as a student, but also you have a bunch of tennis commitments, you have training, you have mental training, you have just team meetings and everything. And you need to really be on top of your game as a student athlete, and in terms of time management and putting in the work, because the tasks get too much at times. And it's become easier for me now that I've translated into the professional world, because of my time management skills that I learned as a Division One athlete. It becomes easier for me now to manage all my tasks and be on top of things. So definitely a big thanks to my experience as a Division One athlete. The best thing about being part of like a collegiate team was definitely the people that I met and the friendships that I made. Personally, for me, my teammates were out of 10 people, 8 of them were international. So the global perspective that I got for things, with just people from 6 different continents coming in and sharing their stories and what kind of built them, you definitely learned a lot from them. They inspired me in a lot of ways. And it was a new experience, because tennis has always been an individual sport, and I was always on the court by myself. But for the first time, I had a group of guys who were always pushing me to win, and we were fighting for a common goal, which in tennis I never really experienced, because it was always, just me and possibly my parents outside supporting me. But this was a completely different experience, because it wasn't just the teammate. It was like the entire school you have this sense of belonging for the institution that you're competing for, and your entire school's kind of pushing you, like not just the tennis team, but even players, even athletes from other teams, they would show up to your games, and they would help cheer you on. And it would become a great experience to be part of as an athlete. Like that's something you want to be a part of. Definitely one of the adversities, or one of the challenges that I faced was within my first semester, because going from, I particularly found the first semester most challenging for me academically and athletically, because I was trying to adjust to the new environment that I was put in. Even the way they trained, the way the trainings were, like coaching, on court, off court, the mental trainings, it was all just a very new environment. And even the academic curriculum was different than what I was used to. So it was particularly challenging for me to adjust to classes. In the United States, what I learned was there was a lot of writing. And in India, particularly the kind of education that I had, it wasn't that much of writing. It was more mathematics and science. But when I went there, it was more English, more paper-based, more essays, more citations. And that was something that I wasn't familiar with. And because of the help of my friends, like I said, it was the best thing to have a group of people that you can count on at all times. Because as a student, when you get to college, as a normal student, when you get to college, you kind of make your friends during orientation and all those things. But being an athlete, you kind of have this feeling that, okay, you have a set of people that you already belong to. So from the get-go, I had those friends. I didn't have to make those friends, and they really helped me out with everything. So I know I didn't have my parents to fall back on like I did back in India, but over there, your coach, your friends, your teammates, they become your family. They become your immediate family. And the way they help out and all these people, they do understand that they're also in the same boat. So they're also counting on you and you're counting on them. So it's like a reciprocation that happens, and definitely really helped me out. And all the challenges that I faced, I just relied on all the friends that I made, and I got over them. So yeah, some of the learnings that I feel like my clients can gain from me is definitely my personal experience, because I've completely immersed myself 4 years into anything and everything that college tennis had to offer. And speaking to the clients now, kind of mentoring them, not just about tennis, but also just about like an academic life and a social life that they'll have. Just it's a different culture. So I'm trying to explain to them now as I'm mentoring them what they can experience and what they will get to learn on the court, uh, in terms of how training is different than what they were used to here. Even weight training is different than what they're used to here. So I'm kind of just explaining to them how it's different and what makes it so special, because you belong, like I said, you belong. It's the accountability that you have. I'm also telling them about the soft skills that they will learn and they will inculcate with themselves, like teamwork, accountability. Because like I said, if you're part of a team, then they hold you accountable for all those things. So I'm giving these pep talks to my clients right now. Like, listen, when you get there, you're gonna be accountable to a bunch of teammates. So you need to keep your head up, and you need to keep your all your actions and everything. It needs to be in accordance with your team's goal. So all those things, I'm just trying to mentor all my clients, giving them everything that I learned, be it on court, off court, and mentally, about how the United States and all the people over there, like the faculty, the tennis coaches, how they approach things. So I'm just trying to tell my clients all of those things. So I decided to interview and potentially work at AddedSport because, like I said, I had met Akshay Maliwal back in 2016 before I had gone for my college tennis. And I knew his vision with which he created the company, and I knew it would provide me a platform which is, I think, best suited for my personality, because I really want to help people. And I know there's a lot of athletes, there's a lot of potential within the country that is untapped, because there's just no bridge between the potential and getting them to the United States to pursue a great education and also get to play the sport that they want to. And I knew that I was completely in adherence with Akshay's vision. I aligned with it. I know he, like the company motto is, he dreams big, and I love that. And just getting a platform to mentor kids, and also being in a professional workspace around motivated employees, especially the thing that I especially love about it is all my fellow colleagues are, most of them are former athletes. And I think our mindsets align so much that it makes work just a lot more fun, and a very inquisitive space where, collectively all the brains are working and kind of trying to just ease as much our clients into the process, and make it very transparent for them, and try to get them the best college that we can. The biggest thing that I've noticed as a former client and now a counselor at AddedSport, and making that shift from being an external component now to being working within the company, is just the attention to detail, and our CEO Akshay Maliwal, the way he demands excellence out of all of his employees. And now I can relate to how I got my results in terms of my college recruitment process, because I'm sure that this was the same way that things were conducted, with that much attention to detail and that much commitment to our clients, even back then. That's why trying to apply in March, which was very late, and getting to go play Division I tennis on a scholarship in August, that was a Herculean task, and it was only made possible because of the commitment that was put by Akshay and his colleagues at that time. And now that I'm working with them internally, I can definitely see the structures that are being put into place, and just the accountability that we have towards each other, and the commitment that we have towards the client.